Okay, today we're going to learn the structure of cell membrane. Structure of cell membrane. This knowledge will be useful for AS Biology Unit 1. Normally, when you draw the cell, we draw it in a simple way, just for O level, and this one is known as cell membrane. But cell membrane is not exactly like this. Cell membrane control the entry and exit of substances. How do you do that? Because of their structural adaptability. So let's learn the structure of cell membrane in brief. Cell membrane is mostly made of fat, more specifically phospholipid. So what is phospholipid? Normally a glycerol molecule and three fatty chain is making triglyceride. But when one of the fatty chain is replaced with phosphate group, then the phospholipid is formed. Normally we write phospholipid in a very brief way, in that way. So this part is called phosphate head and this part is called fatty tail. The head is hydrophilic, this is reacting with the water, and this part is hydrophobic, that always try to be away from the water. So this is the brief about the phospholipid. In another video we will talk about the detailed structure of phospholipid. So let's get into the structure of cell membrane. Cell membrane is a double layer made of phospholipid, like this one. Suppose this is a phospholipid, this is another phospholipid, in this way another phospholipid, phospholipid, phospholipid. You see, in that way cell membrane is made of double layer. Okay, there are some cholesterol. I'm just giving the yellow mark over there. This is the cholesterol. I think okay, this one is the phospholipid. So you see, when the two phospholipid molecules are arranged in this way, they make hydrophobic interaction to each other. The cholesterol is also the fatty things. It is located at this height, close to the fatty part. It also makes further hydrophobic interaction, and that's the reason cholesterol is controlling the fluidity of the membrane. The more cholesterol, that means the more hydrophobic interaction with the fatty tail and the more stable the membrane is. And the next one, there are many proteins, those are embedded in the cell membrane. I'm just giving few. It's a protein having the gap in it, that you can call them channel protein. It is normally involved in facilitated diffusion, sometimes active transport. We'll discuss about the movement part later. Today is about the structure. So there are phospholipid continue. Yes, they're making hydrophobic interaction in it. There are some protein named carrier protein. Those are embedded over there in the cell membrane. So this is carrier protein. Don't think that there is one channel protein, one carrier protein in the membrane. There are many. It is just given here as a representative of the composition of cell membrane. Okay, so phospholipid, so on. Yes, still there are cholesterol. I'm just giving few. There is some structure in the cell membrane like this. Protein having some carbohydrate chain in it. So this type of structure is called glycoprotein. It is normally important for the cell recognition, act as a receptor for enzymes, hormones, and so on. Okay, so in today's class we're not going to discuss about the function. I'm just mentioning what you need to learn for AS biology as a part of the structure of cell membrane. Then the next one, there are some structure like these, protein and some fatty part in it, and as a whole we call them glycolipid. This is also involved in the cell recognition and the specificity of the cell. Yes, I'm continuing phospholipid because cell membrane is simply a layer of phospholipid, a bilayer of phospholipid. Yes, there are some protein, those are pretty interesting. Those are fully inserted over there, giving the stability too. That is, you can call them integral protein. Integral protein. Okay, so further continue. Very good. So in that way, the cell membrane is made of. If I just give a shape of the cell, think of it. This is the inside of the cell. Just imagine this is the outside. Okay, so you see the composition, the phospholipid, the cholesterol, the carrier protein, channel protein, glycoprotein, okay, the glycolipid, some integral protein. Okay, there are some peripheral protein too, like this, but that's not necessary for your syllabus. So you see, now you know what is actually making the cell membrane. In next class we'll talk about how the structure is linked to each other, how they're doing their job, how it is controlling the permeability of the cell membrane. I think that's all for today. Hello, see you in the next class. Thank you.